Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry. I do a daily general reading for whoever's watching. If you are drawn to this video, please have faith and trust there's a message you're meant to hear. If the reading resonates with you, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you like the content I create, please subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading, please send an email to shapeshiftingtarot@gmail.com. And let's get started and see what's going on today. So we have the Knight of Cups that comes up. The Knight of Cups is your knight in shining armor. The Three of Swords in reverse is releasing pain and being optimistic and forgiving others. The Queen of Wands in reverse is somebody who is aggressive and demanding. The Empress in reverse has a creative block. You're dependent on others. And the Five of Wands in reverse conflict avoidance and increased focus on goals. So the first card here, the Knight of Cups. So I feel like this is going to be reading about your love life. Feels like you are either releasing pain or forgiving somebody, which is probably the same thing. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. Maybe the feminine in this situation was a little too demanding, possibly demanding and dependent on you. Oh, Divine Masculine is who I'm talking to here, hey? So you've gone through some stuff, Divine Masculine, and you went through some demanding, difficult times, somebody who was dependent on you, and now you're being guided to focus on your goals as opposed to everybody else's. We got the Knight of Swords in reverse. So your thoughts are scattered. The Seven of Swords, getting away with something, being stealthy. Disregard for consequences and then getting away with something. The Fool in reverse, being reckless and foolish. The Two of Wands in reverse, fear of the unknown and lack of planning. Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a grounding card, taking care of yourself, being self-sufficient. It feels like you've left behind a life of frivolity, a life of foolishness, risk-taking, not owning up to your part in relationships that are suffering or falling apart. You're not owning up to your part in that, Divine Masculine. And I feel like it's because you're afraid of you're afraid of what that means. If you have to own up to your part in anything, you're afraid that that is going to make everything change, and it's going to make your personality change, and it's going to make life really difficult for you, is what you're thinking, but it's actually the opposite. The Chariot in reverse. So you're lacking control. The Devil in reverse has you breaking free. And the High Priestess is you listening to your intuition and your subconscious mind. So your angels, Divine Masculine, your angels, your ancestors, they want you to really, really dive into your personality. They want you to dive into yourself, turn inward, learn how to control your emotional responses to these triggers that are out there. Now that you've been with this demanding, aggressive female who is not very nurturing, not very loving, and your heart is broken, now that you've been through that, ask yourself why you were attracted to somebody like that, somebody that would treat you that way. Does it have anything to do with your childhood or some sort of trauma that, arose from some event in your life? Your ancestors want you to reclaim your power. They want you to take control of your life, take control of the direction of your life, rise above addictions. Don't turn to alcohol or marijuana or whatever else, to gambling. Don't turn to the things that might hurt you in the end. Your ancestors want you to, obviously, they want you to do well. They want you to succeed. The Page of Swords. So energy of mentally challenging time. Definitely you diving into your inner stuff. The Tower in reverse, avoidance of disaster and fear of change. You're really, really afraid of change. You're really, really stuck in trying to be, you're trying to keep everything the same all the time. But the thing is, that doesn't really work, because life is always changing. Emotions are changing. The energies are always changing. Relationships change. Your relationship to yourself can change. So nothing is static in this world. Not for long, anyway. It feels like you've been more static than anything else around you. This is you hanging around. This is you letting go, sacrificing maybe your perspective, giving up your perspective as far as what is important in life, what you have realized your priorities are, which is happiness and love and taking care of yourself, and taking care of the family that you want to have one day. The Eight of Wands in reverse has you frustrated, and I feel like you're frustrated and because of the pandemic right now, and just that work is not going as smoothly as you would like. It's not helpful to say that a lot of people are going through the same issues, but it is possible, even though, things kind of suck right now, but it's possible for you to change your perspective, turn that frown upside down, and it's possible to free yourself and to find the joy, find the lesson, find the meaning, and whatever the meaning is to you is great. Whatever it means to you is what it means to you. Just know you're not wrong, but try to get out of this kind of energy of beating yourself up mentally. It feels like you're being really hard on yourself. You have always been really hard on yourself. The couple of eights come up here, and eights are infinity. So it feels like you've always been this way. And not that there's anything wrong with the way you are, but just that you're very solid, methodical, organized, and consistent, you don't change. Just like you don't like change, you personally haven't changed for a very long time. You haven't adapted to what you feel is right in your gut. You've adapted to the world outside of you. You've got a good job. You had the girlfriend or the wife, and you were on your way to that whole thing. But somewhere along the line, your Queen of Wands, she changed and became very difficult. The Judgment card in reverse, again, is you refusing to explore yourself, refusing to examine yourself. What are you afraid of? Yes, there's going to be a lot of pain, likely, because you're really hiding from something. So whatever it is, if you're unable to go through it yourself, you are being encouraged to seek counsel, to seek somebody to talk with, someone you trust, maybe a counselor. There's online counseling. Maybe you have a therapist or a family doctor that you can go to, but it feels like you need a little bit of assistance in order to get over this hump, because it is going to be difficult for you. In spite of all of your gifts, you are finding this time to be particularly challenging. And the way through it is to feel your way through stuff. Again, you have this High Priestess here, just like totally living by the seat of her pants, as in okay with change. She can change on the fly. And she listens to herself. She listens to her intuition. And when I say she, it could be he. Don't get caught up on the masculine feminine side of any of this. We all have masculine feminine within ourselves. So it's just a way to identify the different energies. All right, so let's see what the trees have to say. The cherry. The cherry is a flower, fruit, and seed representing power. Not representing power, it's a power card, meaning purity. Think of my beautiful flowers glinting in the sunshine. Imagine them dancing in the breeze to signal the death of winter and the birth of spring. I am connected with the cycles of nature and can show you how to become one with them. The fragile beauty of cherry blossoms is highly esteemed in Japan, where it symbolizes purity and heralds the arrival of spring. In Japanese Shinto mythology, the cherry is the symbol of Konohana Sakuya Hime, the younger daughter of the mountain god Oyama Tsumi. She is also the main goddess of Mount Fuji, where shrines have been built for her in the hopes that she will prevent the volcano from erupting. Cherry tree bark is used in some cough mixtures, while in traditional Chinese medicine, the cherries themselves are considered to have warming properties. This card's this card's message is: do not complicate your life with anxieties. Let me repeat that. Do not complicate your life with anxieties. Concentrate on the beauty of nature and trust in the endless cycle of all living things. Keep your thoughts and intentions pure and honest, and treat others with an open and loving heart. Basically, don't become jaded because of this relationship that fell apart. Even if you feel like it wasn't your fault, even if you feel like the only fault that you had was staying too long, then forgive yourself for staying too long. And, explore that. Why? Why did you? What are you afraid of? Really. It'd be good for you to sort that out. What it is that you're afraid of, and is it logical to be afraid of that? And also focus on your breathing. You might consider meditation, divine masculine. It's a way to connect with yourself. It's a way to free your mind from the anxieties and all these thoughts, these scattered, confusing thoughts that you have in your mind. One way of dealing with that is to quiet your mind. And to do that, you focus on your breathing. They talk about ocean breathing in yoga, which is kind of, you're breathing behind your sinuses almost. It's hard to explain. But when you breathe in and breathe out, if you focus on it, it sounds like waves, the waves of the ocean coming in and out and crashing on the shore. So think about that. Focus on your breathing and see where that takes you. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. I hope you have an amazing day. Keep breathing. I love you. Namaste.